Dr. Cinema here. So let's talk about the curse of La Llorona. I'm sorry, I think it's pronounced the curse of La Llorona, and that's on me because I don't really speak a lot of Spanish. I know I should, but almost straight up failed Spanish 102 in college. I mean, I still got full credit, but yeah, not one of my strong suits. So, in the marketing for this film, it was teased whether or not this was actually a part of the Conjuring universe because it confirmed it was from the minds of the people behind it, but it never really confirmed in the marketing. I can assure you that is a part of the Conjuring universe. And I should probably mention there are going to be a few spoilers in this review, but honestly, it doesn't matter. This is a bad horror film we've seen over a million times. Now, there are a couple of people that have been saying that it's really not that bad because it is your typical generic bad horror film. And to a certain extent, I can agree with that. Because there are a lot of things in this film that can be seen in other bad horror films not associated with the Conjuring films. Over reliance on jump scares that we can see coming from a mile away, bad writing, weird and bad acting from several people in the film. Now, to this movie's little cred, the one thing it kind of does have going for it is that it is shot like the other Conjuring films. So there are a couple nice shots in this film, which isn't really that surprising, and there's frankly not nearly enough to even make this as passable, even. And I should probably catch you up to speed with the plot. It's based on the real life folk tale of La Llorona, who is a woman that drowned her two children in the river and then haunts the land near the river, known as the Weeping Woman, and takes children away. And in this story, in the actual film, a social worker who's also a single mom with two kids, she's working with a woman who has two kids of her own, but then that woman's kids end up getting killed by La Llorona, and then the ghost attaches to the social worker's kids. Now she has to find a way to get rid of the spirit. Is it me, or is these ghost slash demon films of horror becoming as exploitive as the slasher subgenre back in the 80s? I mean, in a few ways, that's kind of fun and entertaining to watch, but in a lot of cases, like The Curse of La Llorona, this is just bad. Now, like I said earlier, to an extent, I can agree with the people saying that this isn't really that bad of a film. But here's the thing, the fact that this is a part of the Conjuring film universe makes this so much worse. Look, the first Conjuring film, The Conjuring 2, even Annabelle Creation, those are good, solid horror films. But then we also have the first Annabelle film. We have The Nun. And now we have The Curse of La Llorona. So even if you are on the side of saying that Annabelle Creation is one of the good films, that still means there's an even divide in this film universe of good versus bad films. Now, the first Annabelle film, it was bad. But you also kind of forget about it right away because you don't really think about it that much. Because it really was the first film to be set in the Conjuring universe right after the first Conjuring film. So there was always this chance that it would turn out like it did turn out. With The Nun, yes, it was bad, but it was also, at least in my opinion, in a way where it was still entertainingly bad. A little over the top and a little crazy with the way it did things. But with The Curse of La Llorona, I find this insultingly bad. You know how they get rid of La Llorona, or I guess get rid in about as any ways you can get rid of a ghost like that? They stab her in the chest with a cross, a wooden cross. That's not how you kill a ghost. That's how you kill a vampire. Now, for the first 2/3 of this film, I thought this was going to be like the first Annabelle film, where, yeah, it was bad, but I'm not really going to think that much about it. But once that third act and that climax start, we've got the stabbing the ghost with a wooden cross. We've got this girl that has to grab this doll of hers that's on the other side of this line. It's literally protecting her and her family from this ghost, breaking that line. And you've got just the weak writing. Sorry. Just the. Why? Why do we keep getting bad films from the Conjuring film universe? We know they can make good films. They have, if you're on the more positive side like me, 3 of them. But now I'm just worried about Annabelle Comes Home. I'm worried about The Conjuring 3. I want to be hopeful for this film franchise. Because the first Conjuring film, I consider it one of the films that helped bring in the Bronze Age or the modern age of horror films. Along with other films like Oculus and The Cabin in the Woods. Because that's how high I thought of that film. How high I thought of it. But now, this is insultingly bad. If there's any consolation from this, next week Avengers Endgame comes out. That makes me happy. So comment down below your thoughts, like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys next time.